I've been there many times.
Really?
I'm an electrician. So I know a lot of the older electricians.
Yeah.
So some of them, they've all retired. The ones I was
Yeah.
Steve Halbert,
I knew Steve.
Hugh Isaac passed away.
Right, you.
And he was a great one.
He's amazing.
I had for 5 years, we had a VOE contract together.
So that's why I really thought I recognized your name. I could not recall why I recognized your name.
He may have
I think we met.
I served on several review committees for VOE for the last several years. But it's been a while since I've done that. Now, Steve still comes out.
Yep.
This one's a month
Cool.
from my lab.
Cool.
But you actually notice each other once a month.
So that sounds just like it.
He's a challenging person.
We actually get this. We actually get this. Wait for you to put stuff on the wall.
My CD.
I got it from the James Booth Distillery, an official Irish whiskey taste. They actually gave me a certificate. Next to that one.
Gentlemen, I'll be like a couple hundred people. And
Yeah, so I figured that out. They picked me right away. They picked 3 people. Put it next to that one. Exactly. Way you go right to
but he didn't respond.
Yeah.
During my class.
He may be okay.
He's the undergrad. Yeah. We've done this for many years, the convocation ceremonies in Kingsbury Park. We were on autopilot as to how to do things. This really is an experiment. It seems like it's kind of, I think every family, students are so happy. We got to give it things that are very, very good. No. You want to? No. I would just wait for
Everybody wants to come in. So we don't get anything this evening. We get anything this evening. We get recognized this evening as well. Really? It's probably going to be a fabulous thing tonight. It's going to be a different parent, right? Different parent. I imagine. Find out.
Please be seated. Welcome. Welcome to the 2017 College of Science Convocation. My name is Henry White. I'm the Dean of the College of Science. This evening, I hope you will all attend the commencement ceremonies where President David Pershing, with the blessing of the Board of Trustees and the faculty of the university, will formally confer your degrees. This morning, however, we have a little less formal, well, it is formal, but we have a more personal ceremony where each of you will be recognized for your academic achievements. We have an exceptional graduating class this year, and a very large one. 506 students in all, 69 doctoral students, 51 master's students, and 386 bachelor graduates. Congratulations to everybody. I know this is a very important day in the life of every student, as well as for their families and for their friends, and it's really wonderful to see so many participants at our event this morning. Many of you perhaps know that our convocation ceremonies for many years have been held in Kingsbury Hall, the beautiful Kingsbury Hall. And I thought it was worth just briefly mentioning why we're up here at Huntsman. And the reason is we're a victim of our own success. Over the last 5 years, the number of graduates has increased by 50% in the College of Science. So we're significantly too large for now for Kingsbury Hall, and I was worried we're going to be too small for a basketball arena, but we're pretty much filling it up. And in 25 or 30 years, when the students come back to see your children graduate from the College of Science, and the parents come back to see their grandchildren graduate, I suspect this arena is going to be just packed full. Perhaps they'll move us to the football stadium. Okay, I want to get right into the program, starting with introductions of some of our special guests. I'd like to welcome Miss Julie Barrett of the University of Utah Board of Trustees. Please stand, Julie. Julie is a wonderful friend of the college and has helped us for a number of years promoting the success of students. And we're honored to have Ms. Barrett assist me in awarding the diplomas to each of you today. Joining us from the College of Science Advisory Board are Don Reese, and if you'll stand briefly, Greg Lindley, Tammy Getz, and David Carbuck. Is David? Oh, there he is. Thank you so much for all the assistance you provide to the college and to the university. I also want to recognize the 4 department chairs. Distinguished Professor Denise Deering from Biology, please stand. Distinguished Professor Cynthia Burrows from the Department of Chemistry. Professor Peter Trappa from the Department of Mathematics, and Professor Ben Bromley from the Department of Physics and Astronomy. This is an extraordinary group. I say this too often. These are the 4 individuals who literally work tirelessly 7 days a week to make sure that the students have the best resources for education and for research. So thank you very much. I also want to recognize the College of Science faculty, many of whom are here. We have some on stage, and we have a number of other faculty over here on the left. And these are the people who provide those unique educational and research experiences to all the students. And I'd like for them to stand and be recognized. Please stand, College of Science faculty. Thank you. Okay, you're at the end of the road, so to speak, at least a temporary stop in the road. The path to a degree in biology or to a degree in chemistry or to a degree in mathematics or in physics and astronomy is not easy. I know this has been challenging, and I hope you've enjoyed your time here at the University of Utah. The rewards will be immense, even if you don't recognize them today, throughout the next 40 years, 50 years of your life. Each of you, both parents and students, gave a tremendous amount of time and effort and perhaps money to get to this point, and for that you deserve a big round of applause. In recognition of your dedication to academics at the University of Utah, I'm pleased to announce that every member of the class of 2017 will be an honorary member of the Crimson Laureate Society at the College of Science for the 2017-18 year. As members of the society, you'll receive VIP invitations to College of Science events, of which we have many. You'll be recognized for your support of the college and have the opportunity to participate in the community of your peers of scientists and mathematicians. So congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you at events in the future. Our class of 2017 student speaker is Ben Berger. Ben was born and raised in Salt Lake. He's right from our backyard. He's graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts in Biology with honors. In the fall, Ben will begin his studies at the University of Utah Medical School. And I understand he hopes to or plans to specialize in hematology, but he's also interested in working on health policy and patient advocacy. Please join me in welcoming Ben.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dean White, and good morning, College of Science class of 2017. My name is Ben Berger, and I'm going to begin by making my parents here in the audience cringe by referencing starting college 5 years ago rather than 4. I'm sure that many of you can sympathize, and that's parents and students alike. When I did walk onto this campus in the fall of 2012, I knew that I'd be choosing a major in the College of Science. That turned out to be biology, by the way, and chemistry professor Tom Richmond has never let me hear the end of it. What I didn't know, however, is that our College of Science is among the finest in the nation. Our departments each rank in the top 60 in the US, with chemistry and math in the top 30. Our facilities, programs, and initiatives offer just about every opportunity imaginable to aspiring scientists like us. And our faculty is genuinely world-class, bringing in over $35 million in research funding annually and representing dozens of members of prestigious institutes, academies, and societies. So suffice it to say that as we embark this day on our careers in STEM fields, we are truly standing on the shoulders of giants. And these professors and staff have been more than research scientists. They've been committed educators, invaluable mentors, caring advocates, and even friends outside of midterms weeks. How many among us can trace our success back to a committed educator or mentor? Here in the College of Science, I'm willing to bet that we all could. And so I know that I speak for my peers when I say that we cherish the relationships that we've formed, not only with our faculty and staff, but also with each other. As classmates, lab partners, peer reviewers, calculator lenders, note sharers, and probably pathological test score comparers, I'm looking at you, pre-meds, we've developed bonds that I think will last a lifetime. And we're going to enjoy the benefits of our friendships far into our personal and professional lives. I also sincerely hope that we'll keep up the connections we've made with our professors and with the college itself. By the exceptional people and programs in the College of Science, I believe that we've been thoroughly prepared to achieve the aims that are articulated in our college's vision statement, which are as follows: to advance the frontiers of science, to excel in research and education, and to contribute to society and to the public understanding of science. Now, in light of recent developments in our country's political landscape, I feel compelled to emphasize the vision statement's focus on society and the public. In a time of climate change denial in government, anti-vaccination ascendancy, gag orders on public science agencies, and proposed elimination or slashed funding to research and education programs across the country, society is demanding more of us as scientists than it ever has before. As scientists, we must readily and vocally oppose any such efforts to stifle the discovery and dissemination of knowledge. We have been trained to maintain objectivity and impartiality in collecting and analyzing data, facts, and evidence. As scientists, we must demand that our leaders and policymakers do the same. That's true. Ultimately, we must not only seek the truth in our laboratories and libraries, but we must also defend the truth in public and political spheres. This is our obligation, our duty to society. And fortunately, I know that our holistic education at the University of Utah College of Science has prepared us to do just that. Our professors' urgings to collaborate, exercise teamwork, present our work, and communicate effectively have helped us to develop the skills necessary to both science and advocacy. And we must do both, although it will be hard. As President John F. Kennedy famously said of America's mission to put a man on the moon, we do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win. As students in the College of Science, we chose to study chemistry, math, biology, and physics and astronomy not because they are easy, but because they are hard. We accepted that challenge, and as of today, we have won. So too will we accept the challenge of navigating our futures, of undertaking our careers and professions. So too will we accept the challenge of advancing human knowledge and improving the human condition through research, education, and advocacy in science. We accept these challenges, and we will win. On behalf of my peers in the University of Utah College of Science class of 2017, thank you so much to the faculty, staff, family, and friends who made this possible. Thank you so much. Utah football rules!
That was great. Thank you, Ben. And best wishes in your future studies at the medical school. Okay, at this point, it is my great pleasure to introduce this year's keynote speaker, Dr. Doone Gibbs. Dr. Gibbs is the director of Brookhaven National Laboratory located in Long Island, New York, where he oversees the research of nearly 3,000 scientists, mathematicians, and engineers, and an equally large number of visiting scientists who come to this lab from across the nation and across the world. In his role as director of the laboratory, he oversees research in such diverse areas as national energy security, climate and environmental science, and this is really the cool one. He oversees research on the physics of the universe. I hope our physicists and astronomers appreciate that this morning. Dr. Gibbs is an accomplished scientist in his own right. He's an elected fellow at the American Association for the Advancement of Science, as well as the American Physical Society. Most importantly, this morning, I'm happy to tell you that Dr. Gibbs is an alumnus of the College of Science, receiving degrees in physics and mathematics before going on to obtain his PhD at the University of Illinois. We're delighted and truly honored to have such a distinguished guest and alumnus address the college this morning. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gibbs.
Well, thank you very much, Dean White, for that very kind introduction, and especially for the opportunity, the invitation to come back home and talk to the class of 2017 in the College of Science at the University of Utah upon their graduation. I am deeply honored and also very pleased to have the chance to come back home. And want to say to the graduates, to their families and friends, first of all, congratulations, a warm congratulations. And very, very cool. And to Ben, I want to say, I was on the 6-year plan, so, which I'll tell you about a little bit farther in. It's a pleasure for me to tell you also that my own family's here, my dad, brother, sister, and their families, to share in all of our discussions today. So I was invited to tell you a little bit about myself and about my career. So I can't pass up an opportunity like that. I looked at the program. We have about 3 hours here today, and I think I can get it in under 2. So good luck. I was born in Illinois, as was mentioned, but grew up in Salt Lake City. My dad was a professor of physics here at the U for most of his career, including being chairman of the department. My mom was a school teacher, local school teacher. I went to East High, and after graduating, however, left Utah. I went off to Reed College, to a private liberal arts college, Reed, in Portland, Oregon. At the time, and maybe some of you can understand this, I was ready to move on. I was looking for some new ideas. I had no idea what I was going to major in, none at all, and had this ambition to try lots of different things, everything, almost everything, but not quite everything. As much as I love my father, and I do love him and loved him then, I had made one decision, which was I was absolutely not going to study physics, no matter what, which is a promise that both of my sons have made to me. So we'll see about what happens to them. So up at Reed, I took a lot of courses in humanities, math, biology, lots of different things. Never took a physics course, never in high school, not in the first 2 years of college. And after 2 years at Reed, I hadn't figured out what I was going to major in yet, and that was becoming a problem. So that summer here at the U, I took a physics class. It was called Physics for Poets from Gail Dick, who was a family friend, and realized that I really wanted to know more about this subject. It was going to get away from me without knowing as much as I wanted to know. And to make a long story short, I dropped out of Reed College, came back to the U, and became a physics major, only 6 years. I did another 4. I was also pretty lucky. My dad was a physics professor, as I mentioned, so he actually knew this stuff. So he could help me with my homework and with understanding some of the concepts, and that was really useful. I have several messages for you today. One of them is, this is a great school. I learned a great deal here, and it was fantastic preparation for everything that followed. Another message is, as was mentioned already, a background in science prepares you for any career that you might subsequently choose, whether you end up as a professional scientist or do something else completely different, something even cooler than that, if there is such a thing. Especially in today's increasingly complex and technical world, a science background is a remarkable advantage. We need you, so thank you for choosing science. In this context, let me also share one of my greatest concerns. The kinds of problems that the nation faces today are increasingly complex. They require a diversity of approaches and perspectives to solve them. They need a diversity of people. They also increasingly require technical solutions. Unfortunately, the number of students in the United States going into science and technology in the last 10 years has been going down. And our ability to attract foreign students and postdocs to stay after they go to school here or are postdocs here is also decreasing. Those have been for decades one of our main sources of talent. So here's a challenge to you. It's more important now than ever that we as a community reach farther than we have before. We have to be more inclusive and attract more women and underrepresented minorities into science if we're going to succeed as a nation. It's a crisis. and we need everybody. So after graduating from the U, I went to graduate school, as was mentioned, at Urbana-Champaign. I focused on synchrotron radiation studies, intense beams of X-rays created by electron sources. And we did UV spectroscopy of alkali adsorbates on alkali surfaces. We are interested in the many electron problem in simple metals. The use of high brightness synchrotron sources over the last 30 years has absolutely exploded. It's become a ubiquitous research tool around the globe. There are 5 in this country alone. So when I graduated from Urbana, which was more than 30 years ago, I took a job as an assistant physicist at Brookhaven National Laboratory, where they were building the National Synchrotron Light Source, the world's first dedicated synchrotron source. It was a remarkable opportunity to be on the ground floor of something completely new. Even though it wasn't exactly clear what I was going to do, I had no idea at first and had been working on something completely different prior to going there. I started as a bench scientist in a group of about 5 or 10 people doing X-ray scattering experiments, looking at the structure and phase behavior of magnetic materials and of surfaces. But it was a really exciting time, and the reason is these new high brightness synchrotron sources were completely new, and every experiment that we did was new, even if you did the same old thing on a material that had been studied before. So an example of that was X-ray magnetic scattering. When an X-ray is incident onto an atom, as you know, it accelerates the electrons in the atom, and when the electrons accelerate, they re-radiate, and if all the atoms in the material add up, if the re-radiation adds up coherently, you get a Bragg peak, and that's the basis for crystallography, the charge scattering from coherent Bragg peaks. You don't normally think about whether this X-ray also couples magnetically to the electrons in the atom. But if you have a big enough source, well, they do. And if you have a big enough source, you can measure it. So that's what I did in the first few years at Brookhaven. We first of all succeeded in measuring magnetic X-ray scattering, and then we took advantage of all the unique properties that synchrotron radiation has. Its amazing momentum transfer resolution, its energy dependence, to learn all kinds of new things about magnetic materials. My career took off. It was really fun. We worked incredibly hard, but wrote some wonderful papers, some cool papers that I still enjoy reading now and then. And I got to travel around the world, giving talks and doing experiments. Eventually at Brookhaven, I became the group leader of X-ray scattering, then a department head for condensed matter physics, then associate lab director for basic energy sciences, then deputy director for science and technology, and now the lab director. So that's pretty cool. DOE national labs are pretty exciting places. There are altogether 17 of them across the country. The mission, they're mission-oriented. That's one of the things that makes them unique, is really simple to describe. Discover the solutions that power and secure America's future. The discovery part is carrying out science and technology, fundamental science and technology, in a whole range of disciplines. Everything from nuclear and particle physics, from the origin of the universe, the physics of the universe, to materials, to biology, climate, chemistry, engineering, to national security, homeland security, I live in New York, keeping New York City safe, to a whole range of things. The DOE actually is the biggest funder of physical sciences in the country, both for universities and at the national lab. The idea, though, isn't that we just do the basic science that you have to have as a nation, but also that we figure out what to do with it to attack some of the nation's biggest problems in energy security, national nuclear security, environmental cleanup. The DOE mission is nothing short of developing and using science and technology to make the world a better and safer place, and it has remarkable impacts. One of the things we do, besides having this mission that makes labs unique, is we build big facilities like synchrotrons, machines that a university couldn't afford or a company couldn't afford, and then we make them available to the nation, in fact, to the world. It's a dynamic, changing mission and a dynamic, changing environment. And if you're wondering right now if I'm recruiting you, I am. Here's another one of my messages. If you're interested, just send me your CV. gibbs@bnl.gov. I promise you that I will answer everyone. I can't offer everyone who writes me a job, but I guarantee you that I'll respond, and I'll also make sure that we take you seriously. By the way, this offer is not just for students, graduate students, wherever you are, engineers, scientists, mathematicians. It's also for professors. We're interested in all of them. So I'm almost done, thank goodness. I want to tell you a little bit about Brookhaven. Brookhaven is a multi-purpose, so I'm still recruiting you. Brookhaven is a multi-purpose national laboratory, so we do a big range of things associated with the Office of Science within the Department of Energy. As was mentioned, about 3,000 people, just under that. 4,000 visitors come each year, users of our facilities, and the operating budget, if you care about that, is about $600 million a year. Our brand is fundamental science, but also applications supported by these big facilities. As I said, that's what makes us unique. We can pull together teams of people to attack national problems. And we do everything: energy science, materials, chemistry, nanoscience, biology. I said chemistry. Using the National Synchrotron Light Source, I went there for number 1. We're now running number 2. The Center for Functional Nanomaterials, and a bunch of others. I'll mention one more in a minute. But let me give you an example of a really cool experiment done at the National Synchrotron Light Source. It was on a GE battery. What we did is we hooked up this, it was a real battery, like taken right out of a train. We hooked up the electrodes and we ran it in operando. So we looked at it as it would operate in a train, and then fired x-rays at it, and the x-rays, you know, they go through stuff. They were intense enough to go right through the iron casing that surrounds the battery, and we were able to look at how this battery operated in real time. And in just a couple months, GE figured out ways that they could change the processing that they used to prepare battery materials, and they were motivated enough to invest $200 million to build a new factory in Schenectady, New York, and create 400 jobs. That's the Durathon battery I'm talking about. That's one example of how science and technology using these big machines can have a big impact. Completely at the other range, nuclear physics, we're interested in understanding basically the origin of the universe within a microsecond after the Big Bang. We're also interested in probing how the fundamental properties of visible matter, the stuff we can see, comes into being. There, the big facility is called the Relativistic Heavy Ion Collider. It's a giant machine, it's an accelerator, and it accelerates ions and smashes them together. If you smash ions together at really high energies, like nuclei or ions together at really high energies, it's as if, for that fraction of a second that they overlap, it's as if you heated them up to a few trillion degrees, and the nuclei melt. The neutrons and the protons inside also melt. And you get to look directly at the quarks and the gluons, which are the fundamental constituents of visible matter that make up visible matter. And the big discovery about 15 years ago was that at those high temperatures, these quarks and gluons flowed as a perfect fluid. There was no viscosity, or viscosity at the quantum limit. Amazing. That state of matter characterizes the universe within a millionth of a second after it was born. The universe was a perfect fluid. Way cool. That's on the other side of the kind of science that you can do with a big machine. So I'm done. Being the director is certainly incredibly exciting, but it's also an awesome responsibility. Basically, I want to thank you for the invitation to come here, to be back home with my family, to have a chance to say all of this to you, something I never expected. What a wonderful and emotional pleasure, but I kept it in. Congratulations, class of 2017. It's been a pleasure to stay in with my dad, and speaking of my dad, who's right over there, I got over not wanting to be exactly in the same thing as he's in. It's been a pleasure, actually, being able to talk to him all these years, both as a son and also as a professional. It's been one of the greatest pleasures of my life. He's very smart. Still is. and I was lucky to have him as a mentor. So my last message for you is this, and I hope this came through a little bit in my talk. I say to you, follow your dreams. Yes, you have to listen to other people's views about what is practical and what is best for you. But right now is one of the few times, and it's one of the best times you'll have to follow your instincts and do something that's really interesting to you, even if you don't know exactly what's going to happen, which I never did. Your education and experience here at the U has prepared you extremely well, and what I'd like to say to you is, go for it. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Gibbs. Thank you. I think that was terrific. And a shout out to Professor Gibbs, Sr., sitting over on the left, who contributed for 50 years to the College of Science, teaching undergraduates. So would you offer a dean a job at Brookhaven? Sure. Okay. So many of our undergraduates in the College of Science participate in research labs across the campus, truly contributing original advancements to science and to mathematics. This morning, I have the pleasure of presenting the 2017 College of Science Research Scholar Award based on outstanding undergraduate research contributions. This year's research scholar is Mr. Ethan Lake. Ethan, where are you? Stand up. Come on up here. Ethan is a truly remarkable and accomplished undergraduate who's graduating with a Bachelor of Science in both mathematics and physics. And I'm going to have to read some of the details here because he's done so much. His interests include high-energy physics, condensed matter physics, and quantum informational theory. He's published 9 papers, peer-reviewed papers in international journals, working with 4 faculty in the Department of Physics. In addition to the Research Scholar Award that we're presenting this morning, Ethan and the college recently learned that he received a Hertz Fellowship, which includes $250,000, which he will be using as he begins his PhD in theoretical physics at MIT this fall. Truly remarkable job, Ethan. It's nice to meet you, too.
Yes, likewise.
And I do have, over here. I also want to mention another undergraduate who received a remarkable recognition this year. Michael Zhao, is Michael on the stage? Maybe he's not up here today. Michael was awarded a Churchill Scholarship this year. He is a graduate this year in the Department of Mathematics. The Churchill Scholarship will allow Michael to attend Cambridge University next fall. The key thing I want to mention about this is only 15 students across the nation in science, engineering, and mathematics are awarded one of these scholarships. So Michael's going to join, he is joining a very select group from universities such as Harvard, MIT, Caltech, and University of Chicago in pursuing these studies at Cambridge. Equally remarkable is Michael is the second University of Utah student to be awarded this prestigious and very competitive award. Both of the University of Utah Churchill Scholarships have been math majors. Michael this year and one last year. We have one of the strongest math departments in the nation, as evidenced in part, and again, by the high honors received by their undergraduate majors. So congratulations to Michael as well as to the math faculty. The College of Science also has some of the very best educators and researchers on the campus at the University of Utah. Each year, our professors, faculty receive numerous awards from the university as well as national and international awards. And many of these are listed in your program today. I want to point out a few, announce a few, so that you get a flavor of these awards. But unfortunately, I'm limited. I cannot read out each one of these. So the first ones I'm going to mention include plaques, so that when I announce the faculty name, please come up and receive your award. 2 faculty members received the University of Utah's Distinguished Scholarly and Creative Research Award. Only 4 of those are given across the entire University of Utah campus, and we're truly delighted that 2 of those were given in the College of Science. Professor Kelly Hughes from the Department of Biology, and Professor Paul Bresloff from the Department of Mathematics. Paul? Jordan Girton, Professor of Physics and Astronomy and the Director of the Center for Math and Science Education, received the University of Utah's highest teaching award, the Distinguished Teaching Awards. Jordan? I'm going to announce a few more faculty awards. Please hold your applause. I'm going to ask the faculty awardees to stand and be recognized as I read through this list. Michael Shapiro, Associate Professor of Biology, received the University of Utah Presidential Scholar Award. Is Michael here this morning? Renee Dawson, Professor of Biology, won the Latter-day Saint Student Association's Excellence in Education Award. Well, we have some absentee faculty. I'm making a mental note of all of this, and we'll perhaps adjust salaries. 2 faculty were awarded the College of Science Award for fostering undergraduate research excellence. Ennis Evans, Professor of Physics and Astronomy, and Ryan Steele, Professor of Chemistry. I know Ryan's here this morning. Congratulations. Four faculty were honored from the College of Science this year with the Award for Teaching Excellence, and this is probably an award that's most important for our undergraduates. William Nesse, Professor of Mathematics, Renee Dawson, Professor of Biology, Butch Atwood, Professor of Chemistry, and Tabitha Bueller, Professor of Physics and Astronomy. Please stand. That's such a great group. The Utah governor, state governor, the governor's office each year recognizes outstanding educators and scientists across the state. This year, 2 of our faculty received the Governor's Medal for Science and Technology. Adam Beeler, lecture demonstrator, specialist in the Department of Physics and Astronomy. Adam is over here. And Professor Cindy Burrows from Chemistry. Congratulations for that wonderful award. A few more that I want to point out. Professor Ken Goldman from the Department of Mathematics was appointed to the highest academic rank at the University of Utah. He's now the Distinguished Professor of Mathematics. Ken? Christopher Hopkin, Distinguished Professor of Mathematics, was named an elected member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. This is one of the oldest societies recognizing contributions of Americans to arts and sciences. This is a very prestigious recognition. And I think Christopher is sitting, right behind me. I have faculty over there and I have some here. Congratulations, Chris. And last but not least, David Timmy, Professor of Biology, was awarded the University of Utah Beacons of Excellence Award. Congratulations, David, and congratulations. Please join me in congratulating all the faculty awardees. Okay, we've come to the point in the program that you've been waiting for. We'll now begin awarding the degrees. Diane Pataki, Associate Dean for Student Affairs and Professor of Biology, will introduce and preside over each group of graduating students. I will join Julie Barrett and faculty on the left, the stadium floor, to honor this year's graduates. So please welcome Dr. Diane Pataki to the stage. Diane? Let us get to the floor. We're all going to walk down.
It's my privilege to be able to announce the conferring of degrees. We will begin with the doctoral students. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please rise and join Dean White on the stadium floor? Like our faculty, this dedicated group has expanded the frontiers of knowledge through their research. As their names are read and they receive the doctoral hood, you can follow along in your program and read the titles of their dissertation research.
Eli Cohen. Jeremy Morris. Evan Beakley. Amanda Hufner. Earl Middlebrook. Douglas H. Cornwall. Mark Chinawith. Jerry Schneider. Tosifa Memon. Srinivasan Raghuraman. Ji-un Lee. Olaolu Osumbayo. Andrew Bitlin. Hari Kanareddy. Timothy Rex Anderton. Mark Daniel Lindley. Brian Troy Spineen. Navraj Sapkota. Sung Chang Choi. Lara Strubby. Joseph Eason. Bhargav Ram Karamched. Ann Edwards. Katie Lancaster. Arthur Daniel Quartz. Mark Schwartz. Margaret Hilton. Marcia Cavan. Ryan McLaughlin.
Ajira Raman.
Congratulations to all of our PhD recipients. We will now award the master's degrees. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science, Master of Science and Technology, and Master of Statistics please rise and join Dean White on the stadium floor?
K. Condi Herb. Aaron Hall. Mickey Balich. Sean Ha. Ashley Thomas. Stephanie Bruner. Anna Barton. Whitney Newey. Emily Poi. Jeanette Duffin. Adam Meese. Clever Oliveira. Travis Stephen Keenholz. Michael Goitia. Brianna Lee Christine Budret. Stephen Merrigan. Erin Price. Dominic Caputo. Ethan Lake.
Congratulations to all of our master's degree recipients. And now, finally, our bachelor's degree recipients.
Ethan Lake.
I'd like to give special recognition to the undergraduates who received academic honors, including 19 cum laude, 12 magna cum laude, and 8 summa cum laude. Congratulations to all.
Ben Berger. Jason Coakley. Taylor Gemperline. Coulter Dye. Chantal Garrett. Ty Madison. Tyler Carson. Lance Earnshaw. Sean Wong. Blake Santini. Monet Lulo. Alexis Lagan. James Wynn. Logan Sanders. Andrew Hale. Devo Anderson. Willem Collier. Barrett Williams. Gray Marchese. Amanda Bishop. Joy Feng. Tina Shui. Tuscan Thompson. Caleb Mitchell. Ashlyn Oram. J.R. Musselman. Michael Lee. Michael Worthen. Yana Klopch. Garrett Christensen. Jordy Delisle. Chaz Chamberlain. Matthew Sturzenegger. Valerie Munson. Laura Slusser. Hannah Van Hallebeck. Amber Jacqueline Hamilt. Soya Sandhu. Dolan Pritchett. Sam Godfrey. Lily Godfrey. Anwin Chen. Natalie Victoria Pratt. Kristen Hansen. Jackson Ward. Kyle White. Azil Ismail. Noah Russell. Jenny Lee. Diana Lee. Sherry Urick. Dennis Mulwin. Keaton Wiley. Bradley Johnson. Kimberly Cope. Jaden Sanders. Corey Wagstaff. Paige Schoenheit. Robert Lusk. Randall Jones. Troy Cook. Karen Johnson. Leslie Cassidy. Andrew Summerhays. Nathaniel Black. Jeffrey Lyon. Max Carlson. Ken Hampel. Eric Hine. Catherine Coons. Ariane Grimes. Irfan Riches. Joel Robinette. Trevor Robinette. David Flocken. Maria Jose Chevesic. Anastasia Borodai. Elliot Lee. Jordan Satry. Evan Herlo. William Floor. Alexander Kim. Sheng Ling. Preston Brunker. Dietrich Geisler. Thinkin Thang. Sean Strain. Evan George. Ricky Vo. Ashley Ikegami. Amanda Lloyd. Dylan Lawler. Austin Sitwell Gamblin. Austin Gottschalk. Matthew Tallmatch. Spencer Elton. Marissa Brooks. Alexandra Chamir. Jocelyn Resek. Devin Beard. Brandon Dick. Stephen Harmon. John Stewart. Robert Wright. Cameron Gleed. Ting-Chun Wu. Emily Horyushi. Brianna Montoya. Gabrielle Gold. Jessica Schultz. Andrew Ross. Yagana Laurie. Brandon Vossen. Andrew Elm. Jonathan Kuntz. Chanel Angel Rowe. Hannah Taylor. Emma Olson. Marisa Ann Burton. Robert Byron. Jennifer Martins. Alvin Nguyen. Scott Koo. Emily Dennis. Rachel Ridge. Amber Bowler. Emily Kirkby. Sarah Ma. Carter Brewitt. Mackenzie Yokas. Jamil Hawatmi. Naveen Kumar. Ben Reisman. Kevin Nguyen. Maria David. Luan Trong. Aaron Mitchell Ritchie. Kristen Bayless. Caroline Wong. Sharu Khan. Justin Say. Michael Zhao. Timothy Jamison Allen. Derek Woodruff. Dan Brown. Caroline Lewis. Julie Imig. Cameron Taylor. Alexis Wilson. Jamie Dyer. Kenneth Zhang. Anna Brandes. Sabrina Abdallah. Hong Fang Petty. Parker Holzer. Jennifer Ann Lawson. Cody Baumgartner. Martín Torres. Connor Dang. Cameron Negrady. Alexandra Major. Catherine Rubelman. Benjamin Lobrat. Aaron Smith. Dagmar James. Ran Lu. Ying Tong Su. Ching Hui Choi. John Bell. Peyton Driggs. Hang So. Timothy Chels. Sung Hee Lim. Vincent Fu. Rick Astley. Emily Sorensen. Jessica Wilson. Suji Huang. Samantha Baker. Wei Yi Zhu. Christina Dai. Travis Draper. Kelly Ingram. William Keith Humes. Violin String Fellow. Andy Arnold. Yushuan Gu. E. Shah. E. Shai Du. You go. Michael Johnson. Jeremy McDonough. Rung Ji Dong. Yu Chi Chen. Jesse Luke. Brianna Jenkins. Fei Jin Zhu. Sarah Ayler. Cedric Chasky. Nelson Shovel. Catherine Mackenzie Ferrin. Bradley Messer. Daniel Hansen. Lori Healy. Kaylin Jamada. Lucero Lopez. Katharina Mounts. Kate Dubrovskaya. Liam Dupria. Brianna Holgreen. Kevin Vogt. Lourdes Verónica Montes. Sean Sloan. Ty Henry. Brady Willie. Jake Peterson. Alex Heyer. Stephanie Van Vuge. Heather Lisette Penderton Beck. Cody Dangerfield. Stephen McKean. Anna Maria Pratt. Nancy Wright. Zachary Wigman. Isabel Harward. Darío Sánchez. Jean Gonzalez. Dylan Harden. Farah Christensen. Incu Park. Sarina Sue Leet. Nicholas Tiros. Justice Clark. Antonio Caballero Celada. Lauren Griswold. Melissa Avalos. Peter Ahorukome. Zane Blank. Marisol Zarati. Benjamin Knowlton. Himali Patel. Emilia Togolukova. Michelle Harapos. Rana Ali. Jesse Fox. Trevor Meyer. Kaylee Nelson. Aoi Ken. Jonathan Reynolds. Michael Larson. Grant Dotsey. Yobna Sabani. Jana Catherine Lindsay. Pranjal Mute. Lane Mulvey. Jake Wood. Chase Paxman. Lourdes Peralta. Yesenia García. Sheng Yu.
Congratulations to everyone. We will conclude the convocation ceremony this morning with the graduate recession. During that process, I ask the graduates to leave through the west tunnel in exactly the way that you came in this morning. And I ask the parents and the family to please wait until the graduates have recessed before you get up to leave. I hope all the families and the students will join me and faculty and staff for a reception at 11 o'clock this morning at the new School of Law building. Give you a chance to perhaps say goodbye to some friends, although we hope you'll keep in contact for a long time. And it'll give you a chance perhaps to revisit with faculty that you've experienced wonderful educational and research opportunities with. So we have one last thing to do here, a quiz. Your last quiz here, and it's simple. It's fairly simple, unless you're like me and you lost the tassel in the proceedings over there. So listen carefully to pass the quiz. Please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your mortarboard. And that is it. You're full-fledged graduates of the College of Science at the University of Utah. Congratulations, everyone. Let's give everyone a round of applause. This concludes the 2017 College of Science Convocation. Congratulations again, and best wishes to everyone for the future. I'll ask the graduates now to stand and proceed out through the west tunnel. David? Well, in orderly. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
If you feel like a room without a roof, because the sky.